Right. Where, oh, where were we headed to? What is that? Alright, so we are here. Let's go grab that side quest. Nope, nope. We gotta stop grabbing the side quest. That's right. All right.
Spare some kindness for an old soldier. What a waste of knowledge. Welcome to Firebreak Manor, traveler.
I'm here about the incident. Donan gave me permission to look around.
Incident.
That was all he said.
I must be referring to his study. Something unsettling transpired there.
Nothing to loot. All right. Let's go on over here. What do we got? Wardrobe. Sir Annie. Here we go. Unfinished manuscript. Wait. Book of Wards. Okay.
This can't be. I know who you are.
And I know you, Donan. Old, tired, each day a struggle to live up to your own legacy.
What do you want with me?
Astaroth.
She's dead.
Astaroth cannot die. Not by your hand. What have you done with him?
Away, demon. I deny you.
You have grown so frail. I can make you the hero you were.
Return to the darkness from whence you came. I said away!
A signal horn.
Lilith did nothing wrong. It's all a conspiracy and lies. You know, because I'm thinking on that. I'm like, other than her summoning ritual, which I'm sure she didn't make her own summoning ritual, she's actually not harmed anybody yet. Other people have harmed people. And all she's telling them to do is give in to their desires. So, but she's not technically harming anybody. I can't remember what her motivation is, because I haven't played it since it released, so I can't remember what her end goal was. But I mean, if her end goal is to end the eternal conflict and destroy like both sides, I mean, that's not a bad goal in all reality, because the angels are kind of dicks. Now, Inarius, he actually killed Rathma. So, again, another point against the angels there. Like, what would have happened if everyone was just like, oh yeah, no, we trust Lilith. Maybe if Lilith had, like, not made herself as scary, and she tried to be more motherly in appearance, not frightening. I'm curious on if everyone just would have been like, oh yeah, that's Mom. We're all teaming up with her. I'm joking, but you ain't wrong. I know, right? I mean, like, I've been thinking about that genuinely. Is like, is Lilith actually the one who's wrong? Because we've seen the eternal conflict in the last 2 games. And, like, everyone just hates humans and hates each other. However, initially Inarius and Lilith, because they talked about this story in the 3rd game, they initially created Sanctuary to escape the eternal conflict, and it became a safe haven for everybody that wanted to get out of the eternal conflict. So, I mean, if she stayed true to her goals, is that really such a bad thing to end the eternal conflict? I mean...
Goat men. They've never dared come so close to the estate before.
Perhaps they were drawn by Lilith's presence. I saw a vision of her in your study.
What do you mean, a vision?
I don't fully understand how, but it isn't the first time.
Full of surprises, aren't you? No wonder you caught Lorath's attention. Well, now you understand my predicament. The daughter of hatred in my own home. She must be furious I cast her out.
That painting on your wall, who are the others in it?
Why do you ask?
Lilith seemed to leave after seeing them.
Nafane and Arida, the druids who helped me slay Astaroth. Yes. Yes, I think you're onto something. I resisted her, so she might question them about the demon next. There are knights stationed in villages near the druids. If Lilith passed through, they must have seen her.
Alright. Be kind of badass. Human Nephilim whipping angels and demons. I know, right? Like, that would be a great game. Where, like, hey, we're all teaming up with Lilith, alright? And Lilith is like, alright, we're attacking hell and heaven, let's do this. And then actually fight with her, and the entire Nephilim human race fight against both sides, and actually come out on top. That would be awesome. That would be a cool game. Alright, let's go grab that. Zoom out. Put a marker there. That'd be cool too if, like, the stronger you got, like, there was some sort of way of, like, absorbing their souls or something in their realms when you fight them. Like, some little boon of Lilith. And, like, each demon and angel you defeat, your character actually gets stronger from it. And can start taking on, like, the physical attributes. And that be your customization, right? Your gear not be actual equipment, but your gear be angel and demon parts that you can use to accent your abilities. That would be such a cool little combination there. Other than Elder Scrolls, Diablo series is my favorite. Yeah, Diablo series was pretty solid. I'm disappointed in what they did with their mobile game, as far as, like, the obvious cash grab that they did. But other than that, yeah, no, I'm quite a big fan of their game series too. They stay relatively consistent to what they're doing, which is nice. They do add and vary a little bit, but at the core, it's still hack and slash looter. Blizzard, no different from Bethesda screwing up good shit. Yeah, that's fair. Honestly, I'm kind of disappointed that Blizzard stopped with its RTSs. Where, like, the original World of Warcraft games before... Sorry, yeah, not World of Warcraft. The original Warcraft games before WoW and their Starfield game series. I'm kind of disappointed that they just completely halted those types of products and didn't continue to make them in addition to the new content they did. Because I really enjoyed their games. And honestly, the issue with all video game, well, the majority of video games, at least and definitely all the major ones, is that they were started by gamers, started by people that had a passion for this stuff, and then people figured out how much money was in it, and then business executives and people like that started buying the companies, and then they went from a company who understood its customer base because they were part of their own customer base to a people that couldn't be more disconnected from the customer base that just cared about money. And that's really at the core of what's wrong with the video gaming industry. But I mean, in a capitalist society, that is a natural progression of things. So it makes sense that it went that way, but it is disappointing at the same token.
Wood will bend like grass in the wind when the spirits arrive. Physical barriers alone will not be enough.
And your talismans and dirt scrolling will give the dead greater pause.
You picked a fine time to visit Brestag, Wanderer. The whetstones are singing. Hearts are pounding. Sweet music for a red day.
Donan sent me.
At least they're not another night.
Oh, have you kept up with the news on Witcher 4's
It
progress?
is us who will protect this village with our lives.
Let it be.
There is an ominous fog uphill. Mad spirits emerge from it. They'll be here shortly. Are you here to help us ward them off?
I seek a demon who passed through.
So, that's what it was. Well, this day keeps getting better, doesn't it? The demon went uphill to Erida's domain. But unless you want to join the spirits, I wouldn't go there. It's best you stay with us.
I can lead you to Erida.
Out of the question.
I'll be safe. Donan puts his trust in this traveler. So shall we all. Tell me when you're ready to move.
Not really played or read the Witcher stuff. That's fair.
If anything happens to you.
Now, I know... Let's see, because I've played all of them. And I've read 2 or 3 of the books. 3 of the books. Read 3 of the books. I would say, as far as lore goes, if you exclude the TV show that Netflix... I'm almost insulted that they consider it Witcher because of how much they deviated from the established lore. Because it was a unique thing where they came up with these short stories that turned into books, and these books that then turned into video games, and then the video games inspired a show and inspired the author to consider writing more again. And the video game version of Geralt, which is the main character, is the version of Geralt that the author likes the most. And if he does any more content, he said he'd be moving forward with that version of Geralt. So it's kind of like Metro series in that regard, where video games were based on the books and the video games inspired more books to be based on the video games. So it's a cool combination in that regard. And I will say that largely you can get away with ignoring the first game if you really want to. The second game, I would say the second game's a little bit more important because there's so many references directly to it in the third game. And the third game is, like, the entire plot line of the third game is a direct repercussion of the events of the second game. So I would say if you do get into them, start with 2 and go forward. You can pretty much skip 1. Long and short of it is you woke up in a coffin and you have amnesia and you don't know anything. And you're trying to figure out what you're looking for, and you've been tracing these images of this dark-haired woman. Yeah, which we all know later is Yennefer. The books are interesting if you like Eastern European folklore, because that's the style they're written in. I will say that the books and the video games are like dead on accuracy as far as maintaining the lore from the two in the transition. So the lore never changes from the books to the video games. Now it evolves, but it evolves in a natural way. It doesn't just, you know, all of a sudden we're going to make an abrupt change and say that it was always existed. You know, it's a natural progression that makes sense into the evolution and addition or changing or altering. So they are really good about that. And I will say that the second game has a few choices that you can make that are impactful to a degree, but the third game, there's a whole lot of decisions that are super impactful that you don't realize are impactful until you've been thorough in the gameplay and then went through a second time and realized, oh wait, that is a big shift. Like, for example, there's this lady's house and you can choose whether or not you spared a witcher from another school from the previous game, and you do that in the beginning of the third game. It's a dialogue choice you have to make. Just simply changing that dialogue choice when she tells you to go clear out her haunted mansion, instead of it being filled with monsters and stuff, it's filled with traps and the witcher dudes hanging out instead. So like, it's dramatic shifts like that just from a simple one-line dialogue choice. So it's, in that regard, it's probably one of the more fulfilling games to be able to just like, I'm gonna buy one game and just save money and play this one game for a while. It is very rewarding in that regard. And then they have a really cool mini game called Gwent, which is like it's a card game that you can build different decks, and the decks are based on the different factions. So the third one is definitely my favorite, and it's one of the few games to win Game of the Year the year it came out, and then Game of the Year, I think it was like 10 or 12 years later. It was during COVID. It became the best-selling Game of the Year again. So the third one is definitely worth it, and of all of the Witcher games, the third one I would say get the downloadable content for it, the extra like DLC missions and stuff. Definitely get it, because they dramatically add to the story. They're probably some of the best DLCs of any game series that I've ever played. And that's saying a lot, because I'm a huge gaming fan, especially of RPGs. And damn near every RPG I own every DLC for it as well. And I can honestly say that Witcher has the best DLCs I've ever played. Alright, let's get rid of these. Yeah, I may have to check it out. If you do, let me know. Because there's a
So the fastest route to the hills is
hold on.
east, through the Weeping Cairns.
Okay. There's a DLC, and it's the Blood and Wine DLC. There is a level recommendation on it. Like, it tells you in the game, it's very obvious and clear that, hey, do not play this until you get to this
I
level.
hope I can do the same one day. My father. You've seen how he is. I need
We'll
to
wait for him to
persuade
be
to let me
done
leave the
talking.
bloody keep.
Okay. Now, the Blood and Wine DLC, there's a couple of tips and hints that I want to give you before starting it. Like, there's a Gwent tournament, and at that point in the gameplay, you should be super familiar with Gwent, because it's super common, and you get a whole quest line for it. But the Gwent in the other game, in the DLC, adds a new deck and new faction, and it allows you to immediately go into the tournament. But don't do that. What you want to do is you want to go through, explore the entire map, do questing, and find every single person that you can buy or play for Gwent cards. And because each person in the entire DLC region has Gwent cards for the new faction deck, and if you go through and beat everybody first, then you can go to the tournament and actually have a full deck to choose from for your custom build. And it's not a very obvious thing. A lot of people don't realize the significance of some of those cards that are available for the new deck. So it's very important to make sure you get all of them first. And then there's a night tournament, right? Where old school night tournaments with jousting and archery and stuff like that, right? And now you can do one game playthrough of everything and then do a new game plus. But you can only do one new game plus, and you can go through. And there's 2 different choices you can make in that tournament of what identity you enter under, because Geralt actually has one identity for himself, and then he has another identity that he earned by pretending to be and sneaking into a fancy aristocrat banquet during the books. And that's actually his original identity. And a lot of people that don't know the books don't know about that little tidbit of that story of where that character comes from. But so there's 2 different coats of arms that Geralt can get, and there's technically 3, but there's 2 that he has actually used as his identities throughout the books and the story. And the fact that they added that little tidbit of information is so cool, because it's like the people who wrote the games really paid attention to the books, you know? Ooh, what's this up here? Ooh. Oh, and if you've played the Assassin's Creed games, there's a Easter egg in the very beginning of the second game where they're like poking fun at the assassins from Assassin's Creed. It's pretty funny. There's a it's out of the way, so you're not going to naturally encounter it, but it's in the very first battle when you're actually on the ground. If you go to the opposite side of the map than where you're supposed to go, there's a haystack on the ground, and then there's this dude's body next to it in the white robes of the assassins, and he goes, they're never gonna learn, are they? And it's making fun of their leap of faith that they do. And actually, there's quite a few lines from Ciri in the third game. She's a main character, where she actually describes what a lot of people think is Cyberpunk 2077, because she talks about the cars and everything and the giant buildings. So that's another little Easter egg if you've played Cyberpunk.
Those bodies over there, into the cairns below. There should be a path to the east that will lead us there. I recognize these people. What could have done this to them?
Well, considering we've been fighting goatmen in this entire area, I have no idea, bud. Maybe it was all these deer. Yep, that's what it was. It was all the deer, dude. The deer did this to their people. I mean, look at them. They're all suspicious. We're having these big giant fights. There's these giant goat men walking around. And what are the deer doing? They're just chilling. Like, we can walk up right on top of a lot of them. That's suspicious as shit. Deer are skittish. Everybody knows this. Like Cyberpunk, but for Shadowrun. That's fair. So I actually enjoyed the character building from Cyberpunk when it first came out. I have not messed around with it enough, but I know that they dramatically changed it just before Phantom Liberty came out. And I gotta hold on. And I gotta say that their new character setup is so dramatically different, it legitimately feels like I'm playing a different game. So I have to at some point sit down and really play into that game to learn the new character system, to see what works and what doesn't work and what's important and what's not important, because like the skills were that dramatic of a change. Be back in a minute. Okay.
It's sealed, but there's writing. They look like old druid runes. The Song of Wind, the Howl of... Oh no, they're coming.
Hurry.
All right. E ale du gro ani do la nohre do. It's a chant. The chant will open the way. Light, protect us. Hold them off.
Alright, I'll have to tell you after the fight. It's gonna be loud. Alright, there we go.
We shall go back. Aneri over fi Aklagari. It worked. Something's rousing the spirits from their rest. We should make haste within.
Okay, so what I was saying is, just basically because of such a dramatic change and reworking of the skill tree, I would have to legitimately go through and spend probably, I don't know, 30 to 60 hours going through and checking every single skill combination and the new cyberware interactions that they have, just to see what the actual like solid builds, most useful skills, etc. are. I may have to do that one of these days. That's because I haven't actually. I own Phantom Liberty and I've never played it. And I heard it's supposed to be really good DLC, so... that's an interesting idea. To learn the new Cyberpunk. Interesting stream idea, for sure. Oh. What I was saying, what brought all that about was... So The Witcher 4, they've finally given an update on it. The company has. The company said that there is officially 0 people currently working on Cyberpunk. So that project is officially done. Right? And now they have over 400 people currently working on Witcher 4, and they are not in full production yet. It's supposed to be the largest game as far as like people, staff and people involved in making it that the studio's ever made. So I'm hoping that it's going to be a really solid game. I know that the rumored concept of what they're going to be doing, whether or not it changes as it develops, we'll see, was a really interesting theory, which was there's a specific series of choices you have to make, but a witcher and a sorceress end up together and they go off together. And the concept was that was the canon ending for those two, and those two were going to start a brand new witcher school, and it was going to be combining two different schools training methods and to create a new style of witcher. And then they were supposed to start making witchers again. So like that's if they do that, that's a really cool concept that they can do a lot of stuff with. And again, like, you know, there's established schools in the books, there's established schools in the games, but like that's a natural way of like evolving and adding to the lore and being able to create new things. And that's what I mean by like the care that they go through with their storytelling. It's so cool. But I'm excited for when that actually gets into full production and they come out with the first trailer for it. You know, I actually have. Let me see it real quick. Let me see something real quick here. You guys can look with me. I don't remember if I have Witcher 2 in digital or if I have it in disc. I would have to look. I think I have it in disc if I remember correctly. All right, W. Oh no, I don't. I got it right there. I know for sure I have 3 on disc. So, I mean, technically I could do Witcher 2, Witcher 3 into the Cyberpunk to show all the Easter eggs and crossover that they do. That would be an interesting idea. Hell yeah, I can definitely tell you're passionate about it. That's the kind of game I enjoy. Good lore. Oh yeah, like I said, man, their lore is so amazing. And the cool thing is the lore, like all the monsters and the stories and the wars and everything, is heavily based on Polish folklore and Polish history. So like a lot of this stuff, if you're a history buff, like a lot of this stuff actually comes from the real life culture of Poland and history of Poland. So there's a lot of realism to their storytelling because of the fact that it's based on real life folklore and history.
This chamber is just how my father described it.
You've never been here?
Only through the stories he told, though none involved the restless dead. This doesn't seem right.
Okay. Speak to Yoren. Right after I clear this room, bud. Alright. I love it when they let me kill things through the wall.
Erida would not have barred the path of the dead like this. The spirits should be free to roam within the earth.
Lilith.
Strange. The door is locked with an earthen seal. What was it my father said about this? Ward stones, that's it. If you bring me one from the nearby cairns, I think I can open the way.
Alright. So let's find these stone cairns. Okay, let's see what the end is, because that looks cool. That's a cool name. Dang. It's worse. But that's a cool name for a scythe. The end. You know, the range is nice on this, on a lot of these attacks that the Necromancer has, but I will say that it's a little disappointing that it goes so far off screen where you can't see what your character's doing.
Leidal hal il oskal. That did it. Maybe this is
Oh, I will say they did another really cool thing with Witcher 3. So what they did was, because so many games, you know, you got Dragon Age, you got Mass Effect, you got games like that where previous decision making in previous games will affect the new game, right? The way they did it with Witcher 2 to Witcher 3 was really unique because it didn't require an external website, it didn't require a previous save file, it didn't require some DLC. It was literally worked into the game for every player if you just had the base game, where there's a certain point where you get asked questions during, like, almost you're getting a shave and a bath is what you're doing, and this general comes in and he asks you a series of questions for his intelligence report, and the answers you give there are the answers of what your decisions were in the previous game, and that's standard base game for everybody. I thought that was such a cool way to work that in. Necrons is what I usually play since 2 anyhow. Yeah, that's fair. I've been doing the same thing. I started with Barbarian, and then when Necron came out, I love these dudes. The first game, Diablo 2, the amount of skeletons you could summon if you really built into that was insane. That was so fucking cool. Oh man. I kind of wish that they would go back to that. Just like, you really want to command an army of the undead and like forfeit your offense to do that? By all means, we will let you.
Lilith's been here.
something's written on the altar.
But I will say the Barbarian's Whirlwind, that's so hard to like not get behind, and then their Frenzy attack for their base attack where it speeds up the more it hits, and you do that with dual wielding. It's really hard to argue with the level of damage output and the speed at which the Barbarian by themselves can do. And then in 3 was, in my opinion, peak Barbarian, because there was a gear set you could get where Call of the Ancients, where you summon 3 of your own Barbarian Ancients, they would be permanent. They wouldn't go away. So you do that with a Whirlwind build, and there's really nothing that is not going to die instantly, and there's nothing that's going to give you a problem. And you can move while doing the Whirlwind. And every time you hit an enemy, it gains your momentum, so then it feeds into it, and it becomes an infinite thing as long as you can keep moving through enemies. So you didn't have to stop attacking to dodge dodge attacks or dodge incoming area of effects or anything like that. So it's like, it's hard to argue with that mobility and damage output.
By stone and root, by tears and pain, we bear this.
But I mean, Necrons with the corpse explosion.
Dead eyes
That's it.
stained with ash and ember. Cursed are we who must remember. Ah, an elegy written by Eretha. This is a memorial to all who died fighting Astaroth.
The weak perish. All ash forgotten.
Wait! We are not your enemy!
Oh, they don't care, bud.
Lilith. She must be bending these heroes to her will. Erida would never stand for it. Unless... Oh, something has happened to her.
We don't know that yet. Come on.
And I want to point out, the things that Lilith does directly do in this game, it's not to the living. So, does anybody really care? Because it's not the recent dead either. Like, these are ancient dead. And if we're also being honest, most of everything that is evil and monsterish and corrupt is demonkin that don't answer to Lilith, right? They answer to the various little demon hosts that we keep running across. And if she wants to destroy the hells, as well as the heavens, that would mean she would destroy demonkind by default that didn't submit to her authority. And submitting to her authority means doing whatever her rules are. So even the corrupt bad shit on Sanctuary would cease to be. Other than humans, of course. Man, if you get the right PR person, you could really spin her to be like the hero in the story.
This must be the cairn of the elders. So much defiled. Demonic scars upon their grave and druid runes to rouse the dead. These runes, the delicate touch. This is Erida's work. Why would you be aligned with the demon?
I have seen others fall under Lilith's control.
Erida was sworn to keep the dead at peace.
We'll need to stop her.
Right. Solutions are found ahead, not behind, as Father says.
I mean, it's actually fairly good advice there. Alright, let's see. Find Eredith.
Did you hear that? Something screaming in rage ahead.
They're saying they're vengeful spirits, right? So I'm kind of curious. Are they justified in being vengeful? Because sometimes vengeance... Because, let's be honest, sometimes vengeance is totally justified. So, are the spirits the bad guys, or are we the bad guys here?
That was one of the revered dead from the cairns.
Returned to the worms. May they find rest.
Arlo,
Did you think we'd so easily join the dead, lad? How did you find your way up here?
through the cairns.
Through them? Mighty brave of you. And mighty foolish.
I want with. Help her sing to the dead, but Dad didn't let me. Said that we share the hills with the druid, but her work is not our work.
Batman is a good example of good vengeance, right? So, like, it's saying they're vengeful spirits, but have we stopped to ask why? Maybe they're justified. I'm just saying. Because, I mean, let's be honest. People in Sanctuary aren't exactly the nicest to each other. They might have cause to seek vengeance.
Erida came through with a horned woman. Not her normal company, to be sure.
Ah, Lilith.
They headed towards Solitude, the top of the hill. The sound of Erida's Talharpa carried with the wind. And then, this madness began. If your aim is to follow them, you won't get far with all this fog. It seems to be drawn to the risen remains. We spotted others in the hills before this one tore from the earth.
I'll stay here and protect these two. The fog is too near to leave them undefended.
The stones defend us. I remember when you were still
I'm staying, Arlo.
Alright. So far, we're seeing nature rise up and vengeful spirits rise up. I mean, I'm not mad about that. Woo! You know, I'm surprised I don't run into the altars of Lilith more with how many that they have listed. 'Cause, like, this region has 34, and I have found one so far. The area I was in, which I have found all the regions, right? So we can see areas discovered 74 to 74. But I've only got 9 out of 28 altars of Lilith. Obviously, I'm missing some that are in this region because there aren't any marked on my map, but the gray ones are the only ones I've discovered. So I'm kind of surprised that those aren't easier to find, given how many of them there are. Like, the region we're in right now has 34, so there's supposed to be a total of 34, and we know there's that one right there. Speaking of Batman, you see Batman with Patterson, my favorite Batman, making a detective Batman movie. Was it great? No, was that not? So, I have not seen that one. But honestly, the I've not heard very good things about the fact that but he shows up like after the crime's already committed, right? And he has to do the detective work to figure it out. But he's like always late. You know, he's never stopping anything. He's late. And I was like, man, but I understand that like Batman does the investigations and stuff, and always like stops the crimes too. Like that's a big thing. And I don't know if that's true or not. Again, I haven't seen it, but that's what I've been told by others that have watched the show.
I should check on your end.
And I will say that of all the Batmans, the one I really want to see is the post-apocalyptic Batman that carries a 1911-45. That's the Batman I want to see. But if they were going to do a detective Batman, I think I would have liked to see it more of like an LA Noire style Batman, right? I think that would have been kind of cool. Oh, dude, so great. That's Batman comic, though. That's fair. Alright. I'll have to give it a shot, then. For sure. Do I need to watch the, Gotham? Is that Gotham? Is that what that TV show is? Which Batman is it for Gotham? The show. And do I need to watch that? Because I know I watched like the first episode or two, and then I got busy with life, and I haven't gotten back to it.
The roads are clear now. We need to get to Braystack. It's safer there.
We've lasted this long and survived worse.
You've been fortunate.
Braystack, swarming with those cathedral gobshites.
Please, Arlo. Just for now.
Maybe we should go with him, Dad.
Well, the ale would be welcome. I will deal with Erida and Lilith. See them safely to Braystack.
I will. Thank you.
All right. Clear this up. All right, so let's. Okay, so we gotta go back up there and go deal with them, Raj. All right. No, I haven't seen it yet, but no, it's Batman Year 2, so he's just starting out, and the supervillains are just appearing. It's his early years. Oh, okay. Okay. Huh. I'll definitely have to give it a watch then, for sure. So are they, because I know you said that the comic book Batman was one I was thinking of. Does that mean that this Batman isn't based on any comics? Is he like his own universe unto itself? All right. Best Batman movie, and I'm an old school Batman fanboy. I gotta say, my favorite Batman, I haven't seen the new guy, but my favorite Batman has always been Keaton. Michael Keaton has always been my favorite. And I'm still super disappointed that William Dafoe has never played the Joker. I still think he would be the best Joker ever. However, so I'm from Southern California originally. And I'm not gonna lie, I really want to see street gangster Jared Leto's Joker let out of the box more. I want to see what street gangster Joker would do in a full storyline. But that's just my California nature talking. Let's go down here. We have not discovered that because we can't go there. Okay. Classic Keaton was my favorite till this one. Yeah. Honestly, there's very few things that Michael Keaton does that I don't like. I really think he's one of the best actors that I had the pleasure of like growing up and watching in movies and stuff.
Hell is coming, and my people are not ready to face it. Not yet. But you are already strong. Come forward.
My favorite Michael Keaton movie, though, I gotta say, is probably one that most people don't know that he was in or haven't seen. And the thing is like, he wasn't the main character in it either. But it's my favorite role that he's ever done, and it was the movie Much Ado About Nothing. It was a Shakespearean film with Keanu Reeves and Denzel Washington. And Michael Keaton had this job as the sheriff, jailer dude. And his role was so freaking hilarious. But again, it's one of those, like, you have to understand Shakespearean to be able to enjoy the film because they speak the way that Shakespeare wrote his plays. But, oh man, that movie is so freaking hilarious. And I love Michael Keaton's role in that. It was probably one of my favorite in the entire movie. Beetlejuice 2 looks good. Oh yeah, I'm excited for that too. I'm really happy that they brought back most of the original cast. That's a really cool move. I really enjoy it when movies and shows do that. Like, they bring back the original people to reprise their roles rather than just recasting them for like more popular current mainstream people. I think it helps with the immersion already because all the people that are the original fans, they're getting their nostalgia fix by seeing the returning actors.
Only one of us will walk away from this. So let's enjoy the storm a moment. Nature's music.
The dead are killing your people as we speak.
Some will die, yes. But that is the way of nature. It is a crucible. It devours the weak and makes the strong stronger. And those who survive, they will save this land from hell.
You've fallen for the demon's lies.
No, she just took Darwinism to an
This
extreme.
was my choice. Lilith only granted me the power to do what must be done.
And what did you give her?
All things must be earned in the wilds, even knowledge. Prove yourself, and you will have your answers.
Alright, well, if you insist.
Rendor! The stronger prevails. So be it.
What did you give Lilith?
I told her of the wards around Astaroth's prison. How to break them.
Why?
My people have forgotten what it took to defeat Astaroth. Oh, they must learn again. If they cannot vanquish him, how can they stand against the full might of hell?
See? Not Lilith's fault. That was 100% her choice. So again, Lilith still hasn't done anything wrong. Technically.
What is this?
Oh, that's Treasure Goblin. Got him. All right. Let's see here. Zoom in. Ooh. Let's go play with that and let's see where that goes. See where this path leads. Alright, so this down section here is where I have not been because it was cut off before. So let's see if it's still cut off. Let's finish clearing the perimeter. This must be like an event area or a boss area or something. Because I'm not seeing anything of note. Yeah, it's gotta be like an event or a boss area, because nothing's happening. Alright, let's clear up inventory. Da, 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 da.
It's simple. Buy armor, live longer.
I mean, that's fair, that is pretty simple. Alright. 2041.
What's still got some good in it?
Alright, let's check this. What is this? Harvest spirit energy from wildlife. Let's go knock that out real quick. Do 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 do. All right. I wonder, do you think grizzly bears count as more energy because they're larger? They're like, ha! You thought. And then we're not going to give you any for that last grizzly bear at all, just to show you. They're probably all the same, to be honest. Alright. Do, 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 do. Alright, so we'll go down this path, because, running out of enemies. Never thought that'd be a thing I'd say in Diablo. Here we go, this should be the last of it.
It is done.
Is there a shrine over here? Nope. No shrine. Alright, let's get in here and turn this quest in.
And?
She is at peace now. I hope.
I never thought it would turn out like this. Heroism and sacrifice are often entwined in the course of fate. My mother's words. I must tell Father what has happened. What Lilith has done. We cannot let her destroy anything else.
Woo! Alright. Alright, so let's see here. 20, 41, 47, 48. No. Not for 3.
Shake on it. Keep your guard.
Alright, let's zoom out. So we gotta go there. So let's hit this on the way. I'm just trying to get through the... I'm gonna burn through the main quest here to be able to increase the difficulty, and then we're gonna come back and start doing some of these side quests and dungeons and stuff. We'll see how long it takes. Boom. I don't know if that's a player or not. Ooh, look at that, look at that. What does this one say? Gratitude. Nope. Gratitude.
Thanks.
Okay. So whatever my next kill is. Well, that was a lie. Alright, let's go, go, go. Alright, now from here, we go this way. Grab our way shrines along the way so that way it's easier for fast travel.
Saw that. Overgrown vermin's broke another trap.
The whole forest has gone mad.
We're not going out there again.
There's a horned woman in the moors, spreading corruption, if that's what you mean.
Yes. She's after the druids who vanquished Astaroth.
Ah, that madman.
I love how everyone refers to her as a horned woman and not a demon. That's fantastic.
Got as far as Boglinstone Circle, and then the druid's wolf companion appeared and bit one of my men. I'm already short on knights. Not going to risk what I have left on some bastard who hates the cathedral.
Right, let's get up there.
Easy, my friend. I'm not one of the knights. I'm looking for your master, Nefane. Think you could help me with that? Good boy. Lead the way.
Honestly, this makes more sense if you're a druid, for the animal to want to communicate with you. So much red. You know what? I'm kind of curious how effective an actual, like, true blood necromancer would be. I might have to give that a whirl. That sounds like it could be a potentially fun build, especially with the theme of this game. Oh, why are you running, bud? You walled me in. You figure out that was a bad idea to be trapped in a room with me? I'll have to play with that. I'll do the, we'll get through the campaign first, and then I'll mess with it. Because that sounds like it'd be a cool little thing to do. Oh, which, by the way, I don't know if you've checked out Skull and Bones, but I know it's free. The base game is free for until the 6th to play. Like, full game access for free until the 6th.
He is not here.
He feared Lilith might seek you out. He was right.
Yes. She put me here. I am beyond saving. All you can do for me is find the demon. I will help you. Go to the north. She is there, planning something.
still time to stop her. Fearburn will accompany you. Hurry!
Okay, but that is the first human that has claimed that Lilith did something to him directly. So I've got to ask, based on the pattern and the evidence we have, did you do something to piss her off and bring that down on yourself, dude? Because other people have rejected her and survived with no consequences. So I gotta say, like, I'm pretty sure you antagonized her. Altar Lilith. Bam. It's like there had to be one in this little region. And I don't particularly want to come back here, so figure we take a look while we were present. Woo! Let's grab this shrine real quick and then we'll go up there. All right.
Barrier of blood. There must be a way to bring it down.
Of course. Back where you came from, bud. Yeah, place you just were? Yeah, there. Alright, let's get down here. Hey, buds. I really gotta say, I'm happy with the way that my minions are built because I really don't have to actually do anything. They can just handle most enemies on their own and take little to no damage. Alright, let's get up. Right, guys. Let's see here. Wrap around, going up. And 52, just like that. Alright, let's check our stuff. Okay, so let's see. 20, 42, 47, 49. We lose very little armor, but we gain quite a bit of health. We don't lose any attack power. So I think we're going to keep that, actually. Yeah. Alright, let's see here. Requirements not met. Dun 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 dun. Alright, let's get to it. I see the blood petal. Let's explore the immediate area around it first, and then we will interact with it. Ah, multiples. Okay. So we actually need to back up then.
Under old boughs hangs the heart fruit, swollen with hatred. Let it burst forth and flood the streams and burrows.
Okay. What else you got for me?
In this crimson cradle, let there be born an amalgam of rage.
Okay. I mean, it's probably one of the more powerful emotional motivators is rage. That's so you can accomplish a lot if you're going to defeat heaven and hell. I mean, need to give yourself every advantage, so makes sense. Tracks.
Let its anger ever burn, until it has devoured the whole of this wretched land.
Fane's blood. It all flows here.
Alright. That was it? Nope, there we go.
Come to me, spawn of hatred. We have tender meat to hunt.
Damn it. Wounded, but not dead. Where has that creature gone?
Let's see here. Okay, so I do have to walk it back all the way. All right, out we go. Ah, I am going the wrong way. Okay. There. Mount up. Here we go.
I'm not ready yet.
Did you stop her?
No, she was already gone. And I fear she has taken a piece of you with her. A beast born from your blood.
It's my fault.
What part did you have in this?
A pact with Lilith to help me destroy the night.
Okay, so you didn't antagonize her. You made a deal with her to do this. Okay, so again, so she still hasn't done anything wrong that other people have not asked her to do.
Held I.
Why?
In her presence, I lost control. Rage consumed me. There's only one thing to do now. End the corruption.
I wish you could keep this wolf, like, and actually follow you around in your adventures and stuff. Be your own little dog meat. Ooh, Thornbeast. All sorts of stuff over here. I was pretty sure we cleared this already. Alright. We need to go there. Okay, so let's go Like this. Run! I'm skipping so much fighting and everything. But the reality is we have to, because if we're being honest, this is too easy, and it won't let me increase it until I beat the campaign. So.
No!
Ah, I guess we're clearing this place. Okay.
Locked. We'll have to find another way inside.
And conveniently, there's a ladder that's not on fire and is in perfect condition, while everything else around it is on fire and blood-soaked and falling apart. My question is why didn't they figure out what that ladder was built out of, right? And just build everything else out of that. Alright, let's see, how do we get there? Woo! Oh, you're good guys. Ish. Ish.
The beast. Nothing could stop them. Not our steel, not our prayers.
Listen to me. I must find Donan. Where is he?
Somewhere inside. Dead, like the rest, for all I know. The light has forsaken this place.
Did it? Or did you guys just suck at defending it because you didn't think there was an actual, real, credible threat? I mean, if I'm going through on my lonesome and clearing everything out, why can't your army? Alright. Alright. Clear. You know, skeleton homies. And Gollum was just like, not today. Backhanded him and that was it. You know, if you think about this, this is like the most American build ever. So yeah, we got our big explosives and everything, right? But like, where America always seems to have like an endless defense budget, if you watch my resource, the blue circle on this, I never use any resource at all for anything I'm doing. So it's, I have infinite resources because my resource, the only real resource I'm using is bodies. And my normal attack drops 3, my golem can drop another 5, anything I kill drops 1 once it dies, on top of whatever it dropped when it was damaged. So, like, infinite defense budget, resource budget, right? And explosives for everything and everyone. And I got a bunch of smaller little minions following me around, just like NATO. I mean, oh, I'm about to get feared. Fuck yeah, here too. See, fucking day again, yeah. Man, if that wasn't like copyrighted, I would totally have that playing. I wonder how much it costs just to get like the legal permissions to play just that song. I mean, it's common enough where it's people use it quite frequently that it can't be that expensive or hard to get.
Bring them peace in death. Bloody miracle you made it here in one piece. Lilith and that beast tore right through us. Could have killed me too. But she left me untouched.
Oh, because you stopped fighting? Again.
Watch her destroy everything I've built.
I mean, so far she's only killing when she's defending from the looks of this battle. So, leads me to believe that you're a coward, bud. Are you surrendering every time?
She hasn't won yet. There's still a chance to stop her. But I can't do it alone.
I'm with you. Where is she now?
An old chamber beneath the keep. That's where Astaroth is. I didn't vanquish him like the stories say. I imprisoned him in a soul stone. It was a last resort. I built Eldheim over the stone to contain its evil. I've spent my life watching over it, keeping it a secret, so Astaroth would never hurt anyone again. Not even my son knows. I'm sorry for hiding this from you before, but I couldn't risk a stranger finding out the truth. We should get moving. Follow me. If you didn't see Yorin outside, we'll search on the way.
Okay. Not sure. Matt Stone and Trey Parker are awesome, so I imagine not the expensive. Right? I wouldn't think that the people who made that song would be super greedy. I figured they would be reasonable with whatever their pricing is going to be. So I might look into that. So here's a question I have, right? So let's look at these bodies here, because they're all lined up, because their feet are all level. The warriors are significantly bigger than the archer on the far left and the mage on the far right. And the mage and the archer are about the same size, which is the average size of the human in the game, right? So what are they doing to these warriors? Or is it like they exclusively only recruit barbarians? Because like they are significantly bigger than the average person that they're next to. They're experimenting. They're doing the Warhammer 40,000 thing. These are the Thunder Warriors.
When was the last time you saw Yorin?
We were discussing what happened to Erida, and then Lilith stormed the keep. I ordered some guards to escort him out of Eldheim. I should have stayed with him. One of Yorin's protectors. This night, he was with Yorin. The last of my son's guardians. Come, quickly. Yorin's mace is here. I told them to get out.
Maybe he and the Knights tried to stop Lilith. Could she have taken him somewhere?
What possible reason would she have? He means nothing to her. We need to move.
Unless he's a willing person making a pact with her like everyone else we've seen. I don't know if anyone's seen that TV show Lucifer, but Lilith is giving me the Lucifer vibes, where she's not evil, she just grants people's desires, and if what they choose to do with it, that's on them.
To find Astaroth.
I've been asking myself that same question, but I'm as much in the dark about it as you are, I'm afraid. They share a connection, though, and a strong one at that. Astaroth is the guardian of Lilith's father, Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred.
Alright, can't remember what the explanation in Diablo 2 was, but the barbarians were made of a different stock. Yeah, they were made of the original Guardians of the World Stone. So like they were built specifically to guard the World Stone itself. So they are different in that regard, because they were designated warriors by the original Nephilim to guard the most dangerous thing in the planet.
My burden is too great.
There we go, finally. But I also know that they don't really answer to anyone outside of their clans as well. So that's why it's like, why are you working for the church? Do. Armor vendor, yep,
Skin
you're the
can't turn
guy.
blades. I'll work on that later.
And where is blacksmith? Weapons. Ah, blacksmith's up there. Wasn't their home destroyed when the World Stone was? Yes. Yes, their home was destroyed and they were scattered and they became like roaming clans and tribes. And then, but here in 3, like the Bear Clan, that's one of the clans of barbarians. And the barbarians do mercenary work, but primarily they just do what their clan needs, and they're really staunchly loyal to their chieftain if they have one. If their clan is still alive, you know, because some barbarians clans do get wiped out. But that's why I'm just like, the church is not the clan, because the clan worships the ancestors. The church worships the father Anarius. So that's why I'm like, How are you getting these dudes so big? Because I know they can't be barbarians. So, I mean... Unless they're just like, oh, the background lore for the clans are filler.
The Soulstone Chamber. Lilith has what she wanted all this time. She took the stone. No sign of Yoren, though. We need to find him.
Ooh, an actual video.
The charred Duke himself, confined to a cage. What a pity.
Daughter of hatred.
I have an offer. You will grant me safe passage to a place I am no longer welcome. In exchange, I will give you freedom. And more. Donan's progeny. His pride and joy. Your retribution. If you give me what I want.
You will have safe passage.
Was it another vision? Did you see Yoren?
Yes. Lilith stabbed him with the Soul Stone.
My son?
I'm sorry, Donan.
This isn't over.
I know what I...
No! There's still time. You have to trust me. Meet me in the Great Hall.
This homeboy has learned nothing of his own history from his own order, because they have thoroughly documented that when you get stabbed with a soul stone that is filled with a demon, regardless of the caliber of demon, it immediately corrupts the host. Only the strongest can survive for a little period of time, but it's a very short period of time, because then it still consumes them too. Like, it's done, dude. It's been thoroughly documented in every game except for the first game, where they first started that whole, when this happens, this happens.
We must find Yoren as quickly as possible. I realize how hopeless this all seems, but I've spent half my life studying the Soul Stone. I know its nature. It will take time for Astaroth to overpower my boy. I taught him well. Even now, he's resisting the demon's influence. They'll be close by. Karagar, perhaps. All those innocents to burn will excite Astaroth, make him fight harder to take control.
Lilith has what she wanted from Astaroth. Why would she linger here?
I don't know.
Man, you like really know how to screw your people, don't you? Your pride is just something you can't get over.
They're here. Yoren can resist. He's strong.
If you know you're emotionally compromised, remove yourself from command. At least temporarily, man.
Yoren! Yoren!
He has been waiting for you.
Where? Where is he?
Come forth.
My boy.
He called out for you. Wept until his tears became fire.
Props to him for mount and weapon choice.
Do as you please, Astaroth. I have what I came for.
I got you, bud. Let's fight. Quit running, dude. There's a hole through his entire abdomen, dude. And a crystal sticking out of his skull. He's gone, man. You can't recover from that. Even if the body goes back, he's still dead, dude. He still has a hole in his head.
Yoren. I'm sorry, my son. I'm sorry.
Donan, I will leave you in peace.
Alright, so let's check this out. 20, 42, 47, 37. No. And no. Alright. Hell no.
Aye. shame about Yoren. Was one of us, you know. We'll take care of him and his father.
Lilith and Astaroth had made a deal, and we were the ones who would pay the cost. Our presence was no coincidence. Everything happened exactly as Lilith wanted. We just danced to her music. Donan was shattered. His mind on grief, not her. Not answers. No one knew what Lilith was truly after, or exactly what Astaroth had promised her. But we needed to recover quickly, and we needed to stop chasing her phantoms.
Alright, we've officially finished Act 2. We are into Act 3. Which takes us this way. It's gonna be the fastest way. Actually, yeah, let's mark them. Alright, so we need to get to... We'll go this way, hit that, and then come straight through there. So, here's what we're gonna do, folks. We go find a... Let's see, what do they got here? Let's actually get there first. Go, 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 go! I love the fact that it doesn't knock me off the horse if I get hit once. Alright, wrap around. Hit this way shrine. I don't even know what they're called anymore. I know they used to be called waystones? Waystones, yeah. Alright, we made it. Waypoint. That's what they called them in this one. Alright. We'll be right back. Alright, we are back. So,
my skill is unmatched. You'll see. Plenty worth keeping.
Okay. Go here. Go this. Alright, so now need to get here. Let's go. Woo! Alright. Made it. Now we can start Act 3. Grab the waypoint. Alright, do the quest.
Can we never have peace?
Well, he's still breathing. He is lucky to be.
That old man there, he claims to be Horadrim, but he drinks like an ox.
He came to town days ago, looking for a servant of the demon Lilith, a pale man. It seems he didn't like what he found.
I see. I will take it from here.
Who are you?
He and I met in the Fractured Peaks. I saw his pale man in a vision, if you can believe it.
Enough. He's yours. Just keep away from the bottle, both of you.
Oh, bloody damn hells, what do you want?
You told me to meet you here, Lorath. Remember?
Of course I remember. I'm just surprised you're not dead. Hand me that bottle.
What happened to you?
I was attacked, obviously, by vast quantities of alcohol, wielded by my own treacherous hand. There may also have been a brawl with the goats over this patch of mud, but I like to think I triumphed.
Lorath, who is the Pale Man?
The Pale Man is, or was, Horadrim.
Horadrim? Then you must know him.
I thought I did, once. His name is Elias. He was my apprentice. He was the one who brought Lilith to Sanctuary. It's possible that I did not take the news very well.
What must we do then?
Find it. Figure out what he's done. And then kill him. Listen. There's a woman here someplace. She has some messages we'll need. And I'm of no use to anyone right now. Could you find her? Enough time has been wasted.
Okay.
Check around the inn. Ask if she's heard from the Orbe Monastery.
Do-do-do-do-do.
No word from Orbe. Same as yesterday and the day before. But I have something else. Rumor has it a pale man passed through the Abaru Canyon sometime ago. Fearsome fellow.
Honestly, I gotta redo all the point things. So, I gotta just sit down and figure out which ones I want to put in there. And which ones I can use, because like I can't use the song request thing, because we're streaming on YouTube as well. So, you know, there are other alterations I have to make now. Alright. Do. Ah. Got a point. Health. Resist all elements. Damage. Let's go with health. And then go up to the damage. I mean the resist all. And then come back over here and do the damage and go up this route.
Strange. I wrote to the Orbe Monastery the day I arrived. The abbot should have replied by now.
Tekran spoke of a rumor. A pale man, seen near the canyons.
The canyons? Why didn't you say so? We go at once. Ugh, but we can't leave Orbe unchecked. Sod it. I'm off to the canyons. You can meet me there or go to the monastery. You seem reliable thus far. Do not prove me wrong.
Alright. So let's see what order they actually appear in. Let's zoom out a bit. So that's the canyons. And here's the monastery. Let's take care of the canyons and then go back to the monastery. So let's do our little quest mark tracker. There we go.
My eyes can only watch so much.
Get out of this tight confined spaces. There we go. Get on through these canyons.
I had hoped to find a witness who saw Elias. Instead, I have a camp of dead merchants. They were slaughtered by demons, that much is plain. But none were summoned here. We should search the canyons.
Could Elias have summoned these demons?
Easily. And assuming he did, he may still be here. Stay close to me.
Alright, let's go deal with him. I'm still not convinced that Elias isn't Quan Chi from Mortal Kombat. Alright, let's go. Alright, got that section cleared out. Alright. No, I don't want to take the high ground. We're gonna go straight through the middle. All right. Almost there. I can't remember her name, but the spider demon boss, the mother of the succubus demons from Diablo 3. Interesting thing for those who don't know. The voice actress who does the voice for that demon spider boss, she's the same voice actress that does Morgan from the Dragon Age series.
To a hell rift. I will
The succubuses we were fighting just reminded me. All right, America.
Let's search the house.
Ooh.
Tread carefully. Elias could still be close. See what you can find.
Today, Master Elias called at my door. I had trouble with my words, so I showed him my carvings. He said he could see my pain in them. The pain of a lonely man who had learned to hate the world. And yet, our mother, Lilith, found me beautiful. He said there are others like me as well. And together, we will build the new world.
Okay.
What a damn mess. Burning hells! We're too late. Elias is long gone. This Genbar is our summoner.
How can you be certain?
Isn't it obvious? Elias finds Genbar alone, friendless, full of anger. So he plays him like a fiddle, offers him Lilith's love and a part in his grand delusion. Then he gives him tools to express his anger.
Summoning scrolls.
Very perceptive. Who knows how long Genbar has stewed in this madness? Let's hope he can still be questioned.
All right, let's go. And to call it an illusion, man, I don't know, because Lilith seems to genuinely believe in the things that she's saying. So just because you don't understand it doesn't mean it's not true necessarily. I'm just saying, just throwing it out there.
Genbar, you poor fool.
And to move to YouTube, the ads are getting ridiculous. That's fair. That is absolutely fair and understandable.
Thank you for sending Master Elias to show me the way. I long for the day when we stand by your side.
This dude seems pretty happy. He seems pretty content. We may not agree with what he finds happiness in, but he doesn't seem like someone who is like brutally tortured and forced into making these decisions.
Visitors? Did Master Elias send you?
Master Elias? Well, yes, in fact he did. Ours is a very important mission. We have something for the Master, but we had heard he was with you. Do you know where he is?
Liar! Dirty pig's born liar! The Master has all he needs!
Okay, we can fight you too. I'll go with that.
My wretches to me! Master Elias, hear me! Your enemies are here!
I have waited a very long time for this. I have a gift for you.
Well, can I wait 30 seconds for my cooldown? No? Okay. Alright.
Bad news first. Gembar was expecting someone. It seems Elias has turned others to his madness. Taught them to summon too, I'd wager. You heard Gembar. The Master has all he needs. They're about to do something drastic.
And the good news?
Elias gave us a gift, remember? This demon he sent to kill us. It is unique. It requires constant feeding. Human sacrifices, in fact. If I cut open its belly, someone inside might hold a clue. Tell us where it came from. I must have it brought to Kedbardu for examination.
Okay.
Make yourself useful and head for the Orbe Monastery. See what's keeping that bloody abbot.
Alright, so how do we want to get there? Well, I mean, let's do that. It's on the way, and it should give us the waypoint for fast traveling afterwards. Do. All right. Do. Alright. Here we go into this place. Your guys.
I should be careful.
Why? I can just kill them. That seems like so much better of an idea.
Boss will have your head on a pike for this.
Do. Oh, not dealing with that fear. Alright. Storeroom key.
It's over for you now.
Says the dead guy.
Yes. Yes.
Where is this storeroom? Because I have this key. All right. There we go. All right. Still not seeing a storeroom though. Nope, can't go in there. That goes out. Ew, more bad guys. There we go. Maybe it's back here with this last dude. Surprised we don't have a bunch of people running out at us. Alright, let's get in here. Hey, you guys. Okay, so nothing that way. Gate.
Captain Bataille, it has been 4 days since Bull called the Onyx Watch to their aid. Yet still, we hold our posts. We, the undersigned officers, request your leave to march on the capital at once. Let no one say that the Onyx Watch lacked the courage to fight for the steppes.
I could use someone like you on my crew.
I don't run with bandits.
Well, if you insist, fine.
It is done.
Boom, boom, boom. All right. I didn't see a storeroom yet, so we're not ringing the bell. We're gonna come up here, jump across, and see if it's not up here, maybe. Because that door doesn't open. Huh. Nope. Not up there either. Interesting. That's so weird. Yep, I guess not. Alright, well, let's go ahead and rekindle it, I guess. That is so weird. Woo! Alright. I need to get on over there and finish this quest out. Up, up, and away! Not gonna lie, I kind of miss the companions that you got in the Diablo 2 game, where you could like recruit them and you had to put equipment on them. Same with Diablo 3. I really dig those types of companions.
A house of the Zakarum. Have to learn to rot.
Well, that's a nod to the second game, if I've ever heard it. Right, so let's clean this up here. Nope. Alright, so 20, 42, 47, 37. Yeah, we kind of have to at that point. Ooh. Stand by on that one. Alright, so 20, 48, 56, 25. Nope. It's still stronger. we are doing this one. The Enchantress was my favorite. Yeah, if you got the Enchantress built up pretty good, she was a solid support because she could heal, buff, and then do massive AoEs. She was actually a pretty solid choice, yeah.
Is anyone here?
The Horodrim Alliance and I am not to be
I know in the second game, I really liked the
by the arrival of Lorath Na. Should he appear,
wait for this guy to stop talking. Okay, so in Diablo 2, the ones I really liked were actually the Amazons that you got in the very first encampment, because I usually was pretty heavy in the fight, and they had the enchanted elemental arrows, so I get those, and I try to get the cold, right? So it just freeze and chills everybody. That was absolutely my favorite.
What about the others? The elbow?
Do as I say!
The Zelda vibes, right? Running around breaking everyone's vases all the time. Running into monasteries and just like, hey, I'm gonna break all your barrels. What you gonna do about it? Nothing. Woo! So many dead. Hell yeah, Amazon was my favorite too. They were so effective. Cause they would be able to hit those creatures from way off the map too. So that was the other nice thing. It's just you knew you were gonna run into enemies if they started firing before you could even see them. Mechanically, it must be for this Crusader skull thing. Let you out? Why? It seems pretty safe where you're at. There's demons and shit out here. We should probably have these people examined thoroughly if they want to come out where the demons are. Seems like a bad idea. Ah, phantoms. Makes sense. That tracks.
I was so excited when I walked into the sacristy that day. Finally, my turn to enter the archive and explore the knowledge of darkness. Now, I'd give anything to forget what I've learned.
We're under attack!
Woo! So they're stuck in like a death loop. Okay. still not